Joe Biden will deliver his farewell address tonight from the Oval. The president set to reflect on his 4 years on the job while looking ahead to the future of the country.
Joining us now with what to expect is political analyst Sean Pittman. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me this morning.
Traditionally, what's the significance of a president's farewell address?
Well, it's very significant. I mean, the presidents get the opportunity in their farewell address to sort of spike the football, right, and tout their accomplishments. I imagine that President Joe Biden will do the same. He'll tout his accomplishments while also trying to encourage the president-elect to continue some of the U.S. strategies. I imagine you'll see him sort of be protective of some of his accomplishments and the administration as a whole.
What are you anticipating as far as tone, messaging? I know you said you're hoping that some of his policies will be continued by the next administration. Probably not going to be the case.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not. But he'll make the argument, right, and try to box the next administration in by getting the public to say, oh, wow, that's a great idea. But listen, President Biden has always considered himself a model statesman. I doubt that he will separate from that tonight. I don't think you'll see him speak poorly of Trump. I think rather you'll see him discuss America's role in the world as an engaged actor and responsible for promoting democracy across the world. I also think you'll see him sort of try to correct the record in some way. But when he gets to talking about some of the issues, you definitely will see him sort of try to correct the record.
Thinking of Biden's legacy, what accomplishments are you expecting him to highlight tonight?
Well, definitely support for Ukraine. I mean, he led the coordinated global response to Russia's invasion of Ukraine by providing military, financial assistance, and humanitarian aid, revitalizing NATO. Biden played a key role in revitalizing NATO, particularly as it relates to the response to Russia's invasion of Ukraine, rejoining multilateral agreements like the Paris Climate Agreement and the World Health Organization membership. I also think you'll see him start to talk about things that has changed since the campaign, even the economy. As we talk about domestic issues, he'll talk about how he'll defend the fact that he's done some great work to change the economy and put it in a better place. He'll make some points to argue that. He'll also do the same as it relates to immigration. He'll argue that that there's been progress in closing the border. He's got a lot of work to do, but he's the statesman that we know of for so very long. He's always been pretty good at this.
Let me ask you this. He's been in public office for greater than half a century. The end of his presidency, I don't want to call this a retirement for him, but what are we going to see post-presidency from Joe Biden?
Well, let's remember, I mean, he's still the leader of the Democratic Party. I mean, I think you're going to see him and Kamala Harris and Barack Obama for a long time until the Democrats choose another leader. But listen, I think you'll see him, lots of beachside ice cream for him. And all jokes aside, he has done his time. I think you will see him sort of fade into the background on purpose, but I don't think you'll see him on purpose. I think people will drag him back into things that he made real progress on, but I think some well-deserved rest is warranted, and I think he'll take it.
All right, Sean Pittman, our political analyst. Sean, thank you. Good to talk with you.
Good to talk to you as well. Thank you.
All right, CBS News will carry President Biden's remarks tonight, and that's starting at 8.